Western New York is in the midst of unprecedented resurgence, and the Salvation Army is part of that. The Salvation Army provides the tools and opportunities that lift our neighbors out of poverty, truly changing lives one individual at a time.
The Salvation Army is always front and center, ready to serve those in need in our community. My wife Michelle and I and our son Byron have been able to work hand in hand with members of the Salvation Army at Thanksgiving when they serve meals to members of our community who need them. There is tremendous growth and development in our community now with over $5.5 billion of economic development. We want to make sure that all members of our community are able to enjoy the prosperity of the city of Buffalo, and the Salvation Army is an organization that helps make that possible.
The Salvation Army operates the only family shelter that keeps the family unit together in one place, providing the family consistency and structure during their crisis.
They opened up their arms and they were like, okay, well, we're welcoming you, come on in, come have a place to stay. You'll have 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then they'll have a snack for the kids later on in the evening. But everything was so secure at the Salvation Army shelter. I mean, even men with kids can go and stay there. So we had adjoining rooms so we all are still together, staying together.
Lakota started off with doing the Kids Club. She was part of the Kids Club program, and that was Tuesday and Thursday evenings. And that actually would help her towards the end of school, would help her with her homework. And then they'd have music lessons where they get to learn an instrument. There's 3 different instruments they could learn, and they were to choose one of those they'd like to learn. As we have been a family, we had never had our own Christmas tree. And then the Salvation Army surprised us and said that they had a donor actually donate a tree to our family. And that was just amazing. That was very surprising to us, and we were very grateful for it because we were able to have that memory.
Employment services provided by the Salvation Army is a vital link to individuals and families, securing employment that restores dignity and can support a family.
There was a breakdown that Miss Christina explained to us during our classes, and Miss Carolyn and the rest of the staff, that it's not just about work, it's about life. So it's a work-life balance, and I never heard that expression before, work-life balance. So me being in my 30s, I'm like, wow, I'm learning something new here. That's how I got where I am actually right now. She had a whole avenue for me to change my field in employment because it wasn't getting me anywhere. You get a new receptionist, you hire her, she's there for 20, 30, 40 years. And I'm not getting any responses, nobody's calling me back. I'm starting to get depressed again, and she's like, Adeline, it's time for a change. Let's look somewhere else. And now I work at American Brass full-time as a safety and sanitation supervisor. Who would ever thought? Me in a hard hat. I'm working full-time. I'm making great money. I have a great boss. They love me at my company. When the kids had Christmas, at first they were like, Mom, you pulled through, you did it. And I was like, no. Somebody else did this for us. And they were like, wow, really? And I said, yes, a family at the Salvation Army or an organization, someone, anonymous, we don't know who they are, did this for us. And the first thing my kids said was, Mom, when we get ourselves situated, we should do this for somebody else because this was just so nice. And you never know, who really needs stuff. And the faces that the kids have when they have little things under the tree, it makes everything worthwhile. Initially, I'm like, I'm gonna be standing outside ringing a bell. This is gonna be so embarrassing. But it was so warm and it was so fuzzy every single day, and I wanted to keep going back. And I was bummed that it was over because you don't really realize how much volunteering or caring and giving back to other people helps not just the people, but you from the inside. It just gives you a real sense of joy, all the warm stuff then it's the holidays, so you get that warm holiday season feeling. And I met a lot of people. A lot of people donated to the bell ringer bucket for the kids, and stories were told and compliments were made, and it was just really nice. And now that I know what it is, I'll definitely do that again.
Support from corporate partners, community organizations, and generous individuals help our clients succeed.
At Ridges, one of the most important components of our success has been and always will be the culture that we have here. And the opportunity for our associates to participate and volunteer in the Salvation Army system is something that provides them with such great enhancements in their own sense of humanity. And it's an opportunity for them to also bring back to their community some of this culture that is so helpful to us. By working with the Salvation Army, they're not only enhancing their own humanity, but they're also helping to provide some of the skills and competencies and strength that the people in our community need so much to be part of this really strong renaissance. And the Salvation Army is a wonderful vehicle for us to help lift our people up in our community and make them part of this wonderful new era of Western New York.
Your support can provide courage, resources, and opportunities for families to be safe and achieve economic stability.
I was definitely in a dark place before getting here. I was in an 8-year-long, very abusive relationship with my kid's father, and I was just at the point of not knowing what to do. So I packed 2 bags, threw them in the car, grabbed my daughter, and left. And I got here. I had a job that I was there for 10 years. So I hadn't interviewed in 10 years. I had no idea what to say on an interview, how to walk into an interview, what to wear. So they actually prepared me in that aspect. Once I was able to get the position, they actually took me shopping to get me uniforms for work, shoes. I'm actually starting work with one of the nursing homes in Buffalo, OLV. It's a beautiful facility. The people there are awesome. I can't even explain to you how, grateful I am for the Salvation Army. They gave me confidence. They gave me reassurance. They gave me a second chance. They gave me life.